Now imagine this. What would become of the solar system's fate, and what would humans witness? Since the birth of the solar system, the gravitational balance maintained by the two giant bodies, the Sun and Jupiter, has kept the planets in stable orbits. Especially between Mars and Jupiter lies the asteroid belt, dividing the planets into two groups: 4 rocky planets on the inner side and 4 gas giants on the outer. Incredible, isn't it? But their positions are not random. They exist where they do for specific reasons. Now, let's begin a thought experiment. What if Jupiter suddenly swapped places with Mars? In an instant, Jupiter arrives at Mars's orbit. This abrupt orbital shift would cause tens of thousands of asteroids in the belt to be pulled by Jupiter's immense gravity, many of them heading straight for Earth. Though initially, we might not notice the chaos due to distance, a colossal object suddenly appearing in the sky would shock humanity. From Earth, we'd no longer need telescopes to admire Jupiter's grandeur. It would be visible to the naked eye. At that distance, Jupiter would appear about 20% the size of the Moon. At night, even a small pair of binoculars would reveal its colorful bands and iconic Great Red Spot in vivid detail. But this dreamlike spectacle wouldn't last long. Without Jupiter serving as a giant protective shield, countless small bodies that once crossed Jupiter's orbit and were captured by it would now bypass Mars with ease. Meanwhile, many of these objects would be pulled into Earth's gravitational field. Among them could be massive bodies like Ceres or Vesta. At first, we might be amazed and thrilled by the frequent meteor showers. But what follows could be apocalyptic. Those large bodies could collide with Earth at any time, triggering a catastrophe that might lead to the end of humanity, just as the dinosaurs were wiped out 60 million years ago. Even if some forms of life managed to survive, they would still face extinction. The interstellar dust kicked up would block sunlight from reaching Earth, causing global temperatures to drop and halting photosynthesis, accelerating the collapse of the ecosystem. Even if asteroids didn't collide with Earth, the sudden arrival of Jupiter would still spell doom. The Sun would not tolerate such a disruption. Solar winds would instantly strip away half of Jupiter's atmosphere. Some of those gases would drift toward Earth. However, as Earth absorbs more hydrogen, the atmosphere